Well, hello, I've done it. I've got the live up the top corner here. Yay! I actually did it. Didn't mess it up tonight. So how are you all doing?
Well, hello, I've done it.
Yes, I'm just muting myself. So hello, everybody. I hope you're well. I know after last night's marathon, I hope you were all rested. I know that I had an afternoon nap today because I had to be up early and do some running around. So thank you all for joining me. My name is Joanne, and if this is the first time on my channel and you're wondering what you've stumbled into, well, I really don't know. Run away. I know. We just have a bit of fun. We chill out. We talk about a whole variety of different topics. And so we're going to get started in a minute. And so let's go. So good morning, everybody. I'm going to try and write down timestamps so I remember when we start topics. So today, as was on last night's stream, for those who haven't watched the 5 hours, I have time-stamped everything on last night's stream so that you can go to the section that you wanted. But all over our media today was about Prince Philip's death and lots of people talking about him. And I learned a lot of interesting things with him. And I actually got to speak to my parents about it today, which was interesting as well. And he had been to Australia 22 times, the most of any royal family member to be, the most of any family member, royal family member to visit Australia. And in fact, in the early days, he used to fly himself. He could fly a plane. He used to fly himself, and then he's had to come by himself. Then he's had to come by Ballistic says, if this is your first time watching Joe's channel, I apologize in advance and say I may say in chat. Thank you, Ballistic. So the update is, well, first of all, they reported today that on Thursday night when he was ill the night before, and the doctors wanted to send him to hospital, and the Queen said no. He had requested that he would like to be at home. So he was allowed at home, and the Queen was by his side when he passed. At the moment, he is lying in state. Thank you, Sarah Loves Donuts. He's lying in state in Windsor Castle. He has requested, he actually had planned his funeral, and he wants it a no fuss. He doesn't really want a fuss. So normally what would happen is he'd be lying in state. They'd open the castle. People could come and go and have a look, walk past, pay tribute, and then they'd have a funeral service, a state funeral service. However, we don't know, and the restrictions for the UK will only be 30, so it's probably going to be more of a private event. But he did want a big fuss, so yeah. Oh wow! So I hope you're going to do well. I hope you're going to be okay, Keno. But thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you. I don't know that I always look beautiful, but I did actually brush my hair before I came on stream. So all of the children have paid tribute. All of his children have paid tribute. He actually was the house dad. He did a lot of the raising of the children, and allowed his wife to work. And if you think about it, she was coronated in the 1950s, early 1950s. It was very unusual for a woman to be the boss. So all the stereotypes have been broken. You know, I guess we've got a lot. I mean, Prince Philip was the prime example to men that you can be, your wife can be the boss, and you can still be a very strong, able-bodied man. So, well, all I need to do is make up on screen. Oh, no thanks. I wouldn't know how to do that. No. Oh. So that's the latest on Prince Philip news, and there's still no official word, but it is believed that Harry is going home, but he has to do 10 days quarantine, so they may hold the funeral off for quarantine purposes. So we are going to move on in a minute. 6:20. We're going to move on to Instagram and see. Hello, Gingerly. How are you? I don't think I've got any mods here either, by the way, which is fine because you're all very well behaved. We're going to go and have a look at Katie's Instagram because Instagram is very interesting. Twitter becomes more and more interesting again. So, all right. Here we go, Instagram. So, we're going to start with so this is today's one. It's really, really weird. Well-behaved ballistic. Hello, plan to create. I commented on her Insta today. She went off at me and deleted the convo. Then, wow. All right. So we're going to start. Let's start. I think this is the place to start. That's okay, Keno. You do whatever you need to do. So apparently, as I told you yesterday, this is what she says. The Jurga announcement is that they wrote a book. It's a memoir of their lives. Then she's written, wonder if infidelity will be part of their story. I doubt it. I mean, that's just rude. Yeah. That is what I've heard wind whispers because they can only have 30 at the funeral. That's the rules. The COVID rules, and the Queen is not asking for any exemptions. She'd probably get it, seeing that she's the boss, but she's not. Right. So last night we had Suzanne visit us in chat, and I said about she was having some issues. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Thank you very much. I missed you, Joe. It's so great to see you live again. Here's towards major coffee addiction. How did you know I had a coffee addiction, Lauren? Thank you very much. What's infidelity? Adultery, having an affair. I think, yeah, being unfaithful. So she says, I literally never respond to this person, but recently came to my attention that Susan Tickermeyer of No Longer Quivering, Jerks for Jesus, and Kaladoo is accusing me of hacking, sending death threats, and being sued by the doggers. I want to be clear. I don't hack. I have never hacked, and in the 3 years that I've covered the Duggar family, I've never once been threatened with a lawsuit nor heard from them. Hang on a minute. Not yet, anyway. Oh, sorry. Who's infidel? Sorry, Michelle. I thought you wanted the definition. Theirs, I guess. I don't know. She's just fishing. So then she says, Suzanne is my former colleague at Pathos. Nearly 1 year ago, I asked her to come on my channel. I believe she could be a great addition. I liked her, found her funny, and wanted to share. Unfortunately, on the day we were collab, all of a sudden my social media got hacked. I started receiving thousands of spam messages, and I got locked out of several accounts. Trying to sort it through the attack, I forgot about our meeting. Hours later, I realized I missed her. I attempted to contact her via Facebook, but she'd already had me blocked. I felt bad and wanted to apologize. I asked several former colleagues to reach out to her and had no luck, and none had luck. She then proceeded to write this above blog where she discussed wanting to torture me to the point of breaking what she wanted revenge for missing the appointment. Since this post, she has published every private conversation we had. She's accused me of child abuse, hacking, neglect, and other crimes. She's uploaded dozens of videos, blogs, and has tweeted about me hundreds of times, yet refuses to speak to me. Our only commonality is that we both cover fundamentalism. I've witnessed her do this to other competitors. I know she constantly uploads, tweets, and speaks about me, despite the fact my job has nothing to do with what she covers. As she continues to discredit me, I want to show you in her own words that she threatened to torture me. Thanks. Please stop, Suzanne. Thanks. And then everybody's making fun of Suzanne. So Suzanne said that she's ignoring. I mean, yeah, she's blocked. Ballistic says she's baiting for a lawsuit. I'd say so, Ballistic. She's reaching again. Yep. Thank you, Medusa, for your PM's kind words. 41 gun salute. Many thanks from across the pond. Oh. Thank you again, Lauren. You told us like months ago, silly. Sorry if you feel odd. Not a troll, as KJ says. I'm one of the good ones. Heartwise. Everyone is on my thoughts and prayers, especially KJ. Yeah. Can nothing be dealt with privately anymore? That's a really good question, Laura. Back in the day, everything was dealt with privately, wasn't it? So this is super random post about Michelle from Johanna and Jennifer. Did God also make them thankful for using a rod on them while you tempted them off the blanket asking for a friend? So it says, these girls full of love, life, and laughter, and I couldn't be more grateful for God for choosing me to be their mum. And so that's her response. Did God make you thankful for using a rod on them while you tempted them off the blanket? What on earth is she on? Why is she pushing so hard? Janelle Brown and Cody's perm moved logs in Arizona. I guess they still own the property at Cody Pass, even though they haven't started construction. Looks like they're moving Mary's trees. Mary doesn't want to be in the trees. New to my Instagram, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily updates about your favorite topics. Link in bio. She's got 142,000 subs, people. You're really tired, Michelle? Hey, I don't remember the last hour of the stream. Did I embarrass? Can anyone tell me if I embarrassed myself last night? I don't remember much about last night. Yeah, she did put those. No, she didn't put those comments on Michelle Duggar's Instagram. She's taken the photo off Instagram and then added her own. Did anyone cry watching Leah talk about how Christine is her mum and the woman who has been there for her and helped her, that she's not comfortable with spending the night at Amber's house? I teared up thinking, OMG, thank goodness for Christina, and also crying for what Leah must have witnessed at Amber's house that makes her feel unsafe. Thank you, Christina, for saving this girl's life, little girl's life. Comment below. No, you're all good. Michelle says, no, you didn't, but you owe me coffee when I come to Melbourne for staying up. Deal, Michelle. Absolute deal. Hang on a minute. You're behind me half an hour. Aren't you, Michelle? We're still half an hour. I couldn't believe it, though. It was like 3 a.m. by the time I finally got to sleep. Who is going to buy the book? Is so Yep. Anyway, so they've released the book Ginger and Jeremy. Okay, so here's we're getting to some of this stuff. So it says, I received confirmation from a reporter at Business Insider that Michael Saltz directed them to watch a legal YouTuber for the source on the lawsuit. A few days later, Emily Baker did live with the information. We repeatedly requested to give her our side, and she never responded. The reporter noted that privately Emily admitted that she was friends with Saltz. They also noted that within days of the first live about the lawsuit, Emily pinned a retweet from Saltz which praised her work. Saltz repeatedly directed his Twitter fans to watch Emily for all the details. I don't remember him saying that, but anyway. Over the course of several months, the reporter told me they noted interactions between Saltz and Emily, which they felt weren't right for someone claiming to be unbiased on a story. I am sharing this in full transparency because my audience deserves to know that I never lied about my feelings about Emily or why I believed she was biased. It seems, in my opinion, that some sort of agreement was made, whether as friends or former colleagues, that she would be their source. She repeatedly downplayed this when I called her out. She repeatedly denied our attempts to share our side. I lost thousands of subscribers and dollars as a result of these intense coverage of really meaningless filings. They weren't meaningless. If she's saying she's lost hundreds and thousands of subscribers from meaningless filings. They weren't meaningless. Oh boy. Hello, that Amber chick. I think I saw out that Amber chick. Did she come in? See if the reporter said anything, especially anything in private form from a source. Oh, no, she didn't. She didn't ever claim to be a friend. Anyway, so tiny mistakes by my attorney were made into mountains, while a perjured declaration filed by them was overlooked. Laurie admitted last night that she lied in her sworn declaration about me. Also, there is no conspiracy against Laurie. None. None of us are working together to take her down. I hope all the videos about her are removed. That false declarations cost me thousands in legal fees to defend, and thousands of dollars lost along with my credibility. Never had any to begin with, but anyway. I never had a relationship, that was in my opinion, I never had a relationship with her where she worked for me. She was never my agent, and I never instructed her to be my bulldog. I've never had bulldogs. I do my own thing. I don't have stock accounts or 24 Twitters. I am not a hacker, but also victim of hundreds of death threats and extortion by anonymous people demanding I give up information that I don't have about people filed in lawsuits. And then we've got, oh, I'm sorry, Katie. This is so ridiculous. It was obvious Emily was making mountains out of molehills. Your lawyer knew what he was doing and the case got dismissed. The level of reach you're doing is Olympic worthy. Oh. Emily was saying she was unbiased, but her actions and words were anything but. It's good to know the truth. So hopefully now you can relax and decompress. I always has a feeling this was the case, so I'm not surprised. But she read from the declarations. I don't know if she was being fed information or not, but the lawyers all said the same thing. I honestly don't think it's worth wasting energy on. You won on jurisdiction. Isn't it better to focus on the positive? And she goes, she was tipped off a lot and made mountains out of molehills. And it doesn't matter. And it does matter because some people still believe I'm going to be arrested. It's from Business Insider reporter. You continue to behave like a child by wittering on. Ignore it, and all you are doing is proving to others how petty you are. Yeah, this is sorry, Gingerly. This is her Instagram today, from last night. KJ's going on a different level now. Yeah, Emily has a commentary channel. Oh, wait on you haven't seen the half of it yet. We're just once we get to Twitter. Yeah, so Emily's cost you thousands of dollars. You've not seen anything yet. Is she ignoring the negativity that lasted a day with that? And I hate this woman says Sarah loves donuts. And she doesn't know how to lie. Why would she say that? She's desperate to be relevant and do anything on YouTube. Oh dear. Please show me where she said she was unbiased. And don't forget, Nate, the lawyer, did say he was biased and he was siding with Emily many times. So anyway. The world's tiniest. Oh, here we go. This is her son. So she's now posting a picture of her son's voice. Look. Well, it's not letting me play it. Hang on.
I just want to know if I really want to zoom in.
Hey, you found it! Okay, now shine it on and see what it is.
I want to stay zoomed out. I want to stay zoomed out.
The card moves around, isn't that cool?
So I want to see the whole dinosaur.
You can like click on it, and you can pinch it, make it bigger.
Oh,
That's so big now. Cool, dude. Okay, and I think there's one more thing you can do. If you hit actions, then you'll start doing stuff. They starting to walk.
he's walking.
I'm gonna pick it up. Hold on, I won't lose it. You pick it up here. There you go. I'm carrying the Spinosaurus. Ooh, it's big now, isn't it? Okay.
So she says, OMG, I forgot about this. My son wanted to watch this YouTube channel through my camera on my phone because it was clearer and brighter than his iPad. No, that's not him. It's his voice. Then she says, I just found a dinosaur in our mudroom. He's purring and asking to be friends. Eek, what do I do? What's a mudroom? What's a mudroom, people? I see. I generally think we are watching her slow detachment from reality. Is that her kid? No, that wasn't her kid. It was his voice, though. What's a mudroom? Can someone tell me what a mudroom is? Can you please translate it for an Aussie? Is that the room that you get to go play in the mud? Oh, it's a hallway. Oh, all the storeroom. Oh. Yes, she has. Yeah. Oh, okay. Mudroom. Okay. Is that like inside the house? So usually it's inside the house. So it's like our entry. That would be like our entryway, would it? Okay. Yeah, we don't an entryway or foyer. Yeah, we don't have mud rooms. Poor people don't have mud rooms. Well, I don't have a mud room. Oh dear. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Michelle, fellow Aussie. You talk to me mud room. I mean, I'm thinking you're going to get dirt and add water and have some fun. Okay. Like, I agree with KJ. Every one of you that report on her, including EDP, CSA, definitely Saltz, are responsible for her lawsuit and losing money and subs. It can't be because of her mouth. Sarcastic, says Vedanda. I have an old farmhouse and the side entrance is a mudroom. Okay, interesting. Wow. I just walk in the front door and take my shoes off. Yeah, not mud wrestling rooms. See, I thought it was a mud wrestling room. Okay. Oh, really? Places that get snow have mud rooms? Okay. Well, that's why I wouldn't have one, because I don't get snow. All right. Is it me, or is Gil Bates really short, or is Kelly Bates really tall? And I just realized Carlin looks like his mum. So she's now talking about people's heights. And then someone says, does it matter? What a weird thing to point out, pick on. I am not picking on them. It's a question. It's not a question. Like, what, because they're the same height? Similar heights? I've always wanted a mudroom and impeccably clean and never used one. Can we design Joe's mud wrestling uniform? Yeah, well, I need to have a uniform for the mudroom. Hey, Christoph fan, always. That's hilarious. Jill Rodriguez is praying for her offended haters. I think most people are offended by the hate speech she just constantly spews about LGBTQ, and she allegedly starves her kids, just minor details. She also seems offended by women working outside the home and having education. She seems offended by LGBTQ and women wearing pants. So, well, if she wants to stay home and look after her kids, that's her choice. I forgot to share, Nuri's not quite there yet, bump. She's now 13 weeks pregnant. This is from the 31st of the 3rd. I think she and Nathan are living in an RV. I really hope he has a job and they aren't squatting on the Keller's front lawn. Poor Nuri. Why on earth does she care where they live? KJ's getting a lot of play out of this lawyer and money she's making on YouTube. Yes, that's right. It really annoys me because, you bust a gut, making content and, yeah. And then she spews all this hate. But it's driving me crazy. I don't pay for YouTube any longer. I know. She is repetitive. We all know she hates fundamentalists. Yeah. Dear Reed Roberts here, please bring him to the next event with your family. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. Again, this is not warranted because we all know that the Duggar family would be very civil and very polite and very nice to them, both of them. Look, hey, JOK, they're going to have to at some point in time because she's just getting crazier and crazier. That's why I'm talking about the circus, because it's seriously like a circus. Now, what's really interesting, though, gaslighting again. What's really interesting, again, is that she's posted this today. Rapper DMX passed away, according to reports by I call it TMZ. DMX suffered a heart attack last week and without oxygen for 30 minutes. While they were able to resuscitate him, his brain function never returned. Statement by the family was released to TMZ said. So they talk about the fact he died. Rest in peace. Your music will always be cherished by so many, and thank you for the gift of your music and your talents. My deep condolences to the Simmons family and his children. Then someone says, that's very sad. Prince Philip passed away today as well. But she didn't go onto that bandwagon today. Yes, I knew who you meant. Really? Yeah, look, I've been hearing a few things. Send in the clowns. But she's not made a statement about Prince Philip. Maybe she heeded our advice and decided not to go there but I had no problem with her making a comment. All right. Let's get into this. Okay, so we're going to start with KJ, and then we're going to go to Saltz. Probably doesn't want to be sued by the Royals. Yeah, well, I wouldn't mess. Well, the Royals won't sue. They've just got they've just got people that they can use. She's the queen. Okay. This is a little bit bizarre. I don't know why she's retweeted herself. Okay, here we go. I'm just trying to find this, where this starts. All right. I want to remove the comment. No, that's not her son. That was her son talking, though. All right. I'm not attacking anyone. I've shared my opinion. Emily shared hers for months, and you say she didn't attack me. Yet that's how I felt. So if I speak about her, it's an attack. If she speaks to me about me, it's an opinion protected by freedom of speech. Got it. Big Kev says, girl, I swear they think they have power because they can hide behind their keyboards. These people are, however, ruthless, and you will find whatever means they can muster to bring you down. You cannot let that happen, though. Psychic vampires all the way. They want your spark. Well, yes. Then we've got, they are hypocrites. I can't speak. Everybody else can. I can be accused only this week of hacking and not for responding about threats by Saltz. But if I say something, I'm a liar. I'm sure if they believe I'm the hacker because of him. Evil, pure evil, and they know it. Something has to be done about this. I found out a good bit of them. Honey, I've done some digging, and 100% of these people are jealous at best and just horrible people at worst. Their personal lives are just already beep. Already. I filed a report with the Minnesota FBI today. I'm calling the police tomorrow about the extorted. I think she means extortion, but she wrote extorted. They are threatening to kill me in these emails unless I give up recorded calls, emails that I don't have from Clark Swanson. Don't do it. Don't take any chances. You don't do this type of beep to a family. So that's the email. That's one on Twitter today. All right. So that was that one. What does me say? She slams us as Douglas belief about, but doesn't slander her families because, well, that's right. Who cries about attacks? I haven't heard anything about attacks. No. Oh, you love the voice changes. That's right, KJ. She's an educated commission. She's earned it not much. Right. So that one. Yeah. So there was that one. I'm spinning around. I'm out of control. You love the voiceover. So she's saying she's now, there was a clarification that she said that she's getting the Minnesota FBI. So she says, tomorrow I'm calling the police. FBI report was filed today in Minnesota, separate to the Washington investigation. Then she's got here, threatening to kill someone unless they give you information like emails, recorded calls, or text message is called extortion and coercion, and it's a federal crime. Oops. It's more like, yeah, okay. I believe from the garage, all right, from the garage, extortion from who about what? Yeah, there's just so much questions, Michelle. She about more than anything change her breathing. I miss my mudroom. I enjoy my foyer. I'm confused. He was getting death threats from me, but anyway. So then she goes, so that was that one. And then she goes, I love it when people say no one likes me, yet I have a channel, an Instagram that had positive engagement. My only negative engagement here is on Twitter, where dozens of people have already left due to harassment. No, sweetheart. They've left because you've blocked them. Well, the wash and dryer is using the mudroom, so I guess you can have some fun. Oh, okay. So my wash and dryer is in the laundry. Is she talking about it now because the minions she hired have turned on her? She blocks everybody on Twitter. So, but apparently everyone's leaving because of the harassment. This is a typical Facebook status of passive-aggressive. She's begging for people to know what's happening. All right. So then she says, beg your bit. Oh, yes. Big Kev responds. For real, I don't know what she's... So she's now saying that she's had harassment and coercion and everything. Anyway, we then have to look at Saltz's Twitter because, yeah, there's stuff on there. Then she goes... Upside down smiley face. That's going to be my response to all the stands that come to me with talking points, which they believe to be true. But when I say anything, I'm lying and jealous. Certainly not jealous of anyone. Trust me. But she's sad fishing again. Doesn't care who likes her. All right. And then Big Kev. Oh, no, indeed, Hunty. You have people that love you. You got a beautiful life, family, and puppy. You got a cute and soft clothing from your girl with the online store, not to mention the best stands ever. You've got the tees and the eyebrows on fleck. Love you, boo. My stands are the bestest. Well, that's right, Michelle. Okay. She is accusing of clout chasing. That's right. So that's that one. I can't see the ones. Okay. Oh, here we go. We've got to go back down here. All right. So she says here, I skipped a few. Today I called the FBI because I believe I'm being extorted and I believe my family is at risk to the graphic nature of threats I'm receiving. One threat specifically said they would kill and arm my son in front of me if I did not give them the information they wanted. Even worse, they are trying to frame me for hacking and alleging that I've committed crimes I've not committed in these threats, even though the FBI is involved. I truly believe I'm being extorted to give up something that I don't have and haven't done. While so many others have spoken out about the threats they have received, I have remained silent, hoping that the FBI would do what they needed to do to stop the threats. The threats are utterly horrific, hundreds of them, so I'm not the hacker, I am a victim in this. Here is the threat I received from an account pretending to be Clark Swanson. I don't have the memory stick. The accounts consistently used are a faker website based out of the Czech Republic. We're able to trace that via the header. They crafted hundreds of fake emails and threats like. So that's that. They're asking for a memory stick. Hopefully they can do an IP address search. Pretty awful. Whoever did this is someone who is mentally ill. Report to local authorities. I've reported everything to the FBI today. But I thought she was going to do, I thought she was supposed to be, I thought she sent a tweet the other day that she was constantly sending stuff to the FBI. So I don't know. I'm confused. I'm really confused. Boo, I know. That was pretty yuck. So then she goes on at Saltz again. Down here. And then I just have to show you what Saltz said. So then we get to all of them, yes, all of them contain violent threats of murder, CA, and child SA. They've been demanding that I give up everything I have about Clark Swanson and claim and have claimed Clark is paying my attorney fees. I have nothing to give up, and I paid my attorney fees. Well, no, actually, your members did, but that's for another day. LAB said in the interview that she wanted the calls released. Now you're saying people threatening. Yes, I know. It's sus. We can go on together with suspicious eyes, suspicious minds. She doesn't have a memory stick. Is what my comment with the minions was. Ah, okay. No, okay. And so this is the Saltzy. Of course, they will deny that they had a relationship or that the exchange of info wasn't about me. What did not change? Saltzy is repeatedly promoting Emily, tweeting each other, and Emily laughing at my Twitter meltdown due to the immense stress and the harassment I was experiencing. She made it quite clear when she first covered the case that she didn't know you or Saltz. You're paranoid if you think she had any reason to lie about it. Saltz is not promoting her by mentioning her in tweets. Facts. And they were hidden replies. Please hide. They were hidden replies. So she hides everything. She showed an email. She did show an email. And just yesterday, she said she didn't use Twitter, by the way. She also seems to make mountains out of molehills while dismissing huge issues on the other side. Her narrative was what she wanted you to believe, and in the court of public opinion, they won and never stood a chance against that. Or maybe if you zipped your lip. Even now, everything I say, even if I have evidence, won't be believed. Everybody can receive threats, but not me. If I receive one that's fake, in the rare event, I address everything. I'm sad fishing and lying when others haven't stopped talking about false declarations. I just find Kev was trolling several YouTubers this week. He said so he's not come. Obviously, he's like, I'm on too early for him. Again, small. Wow. Sorry, but other creators mentioned it to their subs to check out as well. Is she going to go after them? Yeah. Oh, you know what, Lauren? I don't mind. This is why I think I should write a memoir. It would be one of Harrison's joke books. Her narrative, she read documents, public documents, but okay. So do you have proof to back this up? I'm super curious to know when and where she laughed at you. I can go through videos and show you where she said we are not going to do is bash or personally attack anyone several times in every video. So that's a no, huh? Since it never happened, I doubt she'd have anything that could pass as proof. All right. Maybe, let me write that down. 236. So did you address that very early on, Michelle K? All right, we'll have a look at that. I've got Saltzy's stuff to show as well because that was, and also Elaine Levine's been chatting as well, so showing some receipts. So that's that one. That's that one. Earlier this week, I was accused of being the hacker because of my silence. Now I'm making everything about me. So what is it when I'm silent? I'm accused of crimes. When I speak, I'm accused of lying and being selfish. Make this make sense. Yeah, I know, but why is it always a death threat? That's what I want to know. Then she says, why are there conflicting reports about DMX and his course of death? TMZ is the only outlet calling it an overdose. A few other news accounts have published statements saying the close family friend source claimed DMX. He was not using drugs and recently got COVID shot before having a heart attack. Nobody has provided proof. No, it's not from the vaccine. Anti-vaxxers try to claim every celebrity death. It's a gross and disturbing habit. Of course, she knows. Right, I'm confused. Even the hospital said a catastrophic heart attack. Since he was so essentially, people are throwing out theories and she's dismissing them. Did you get your first vaccination today? I totally clueless. That's good. Well, considering that our federal government has totally stuffed up vaccination, I reckon by about the year 2050, I'll be eligible for mine. Because now the AstraZeneca vaccine can't be given to anybody. Can't be given to anybody under 50. So. And they don't have enough of the Pfizer one, so got to wait till they get some more. You love the voices, thanks, Jean. Just trying to make them a bit funny. And then she says, I kind of forgot about Gabby Hanna. I don't know what that means at all. I have no idea what that means. All right, so that's that. Oh, now let me go to Saltz, because Saltz has been on the warpath today. He's been clearing up a few things, and he cleared up about her allegations about the – oh, I didn't see that one. She must have taken it down. Does she play stupid? It's funny. She must have deleted the tweet about the Business Insider because she missed it. Hey, Joe. Hey, chat. Hi, Phyllis. Oh, cool, Julian. Yeah, so we only have two in Australia. We have the Pfizer and the AstraZeneca one, and they've just realised that you've got more chance of having a blood clot than you do of getting COVID. So, all right. So, the one threat on social media would be it for me. It's on Instagram. Yeah, I know it was on Instagram. Yes. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I've time-stamped it now. You got the first Pfizer yesterday, so that's good. So we're at 48, 46, and we're going to talk about Saltz's tweets. So he says, just alerted to this. Emily D. Baker contacted me about the Swanson case. I said I was not on the case, but ultimately facilitated for the letter from the attorneys who are to share with her. Got a call from Business Insider asking for same. I told them to watch EDB, which was November 7th. So this was, no, you can see, you can still see the tweet. Cool. So she says, I just received confirmation from a reporter at Business Insider that Michael Saltz directed them to watch a legal YouTuber for the source on the lawsuit. A few days later, Emily Baker went live with the information. We repeatedly requested to give her our side and she ignored. Of course, of course, he spoke to my co-worker on November 6, 2020, and said, per her notes, if things go according to plan, there will be someone who is on YouTube who will go through everything in detail and break everything down for you. They're a lawyer, and then you'll have the source. And then she says, the reported, it should be reporter, should be an R, not a D, noted the Later, Emily had pinned a tweet of how excited she was to receive praise from such an amazing attorney like Saltz. They also note that Emily told someone privately she was friends with Saltz. Now, do you remember that Saltz also tweeted a picture of Uncivil Law on his page because he was watching Uncivil Law? But we'll just ignore that, hey, because Uncivil Law is male and not a successful female. Oh, did they? Okay, Wind Whispers, that's interesting. She did say that, Christopher, didn't she say very recently that she sends all the emails to her attorney and doesn't read most of them? Yes, she did. All right. This only involved the Swanson case, a case about which I could not answer questions. It literally had nothing to do with without a crystal ball. I did not know if Emily D. Baker would cover it on the 6th or 7th. I directed them to Emily D. Baker for the Swanson case info I could not answer. Nice try. Then he says, believe it or not, the press couldn't care less about the Without a Crystal Ball case. No reporter has ever contacted me asking about the case. Even though we would provide a prepared statement, no one wanted to report on it, even Business Insider. That's me at the moment. And someone says, Swim, you have the best clapbacks on Twitter. There should be an award given. So anyway. So that was his response to that. She's hilariously injecting herself into situations. And it's funny because the Swanson case has been going on a lot longer. No. Yes, I think, has it been on a little bit longer? And he's still moving at a pace. Right, let's look at Levine. Lainey Levine, isn't it? What was her name? I can't think of the assistant. Oh, Lani, wasn't it? You know what? I'll just go here. It's what really concerns me though is that thank you. It's just really strange, really, about it all. Well, what else am I? Oh, here we go. He's got another one here. This is the November 5 email from Business Insider seeking information from me on the Swanson-Tati dispute and Tati's career, not the Without a Crystal Ball case. Putting this here to help certain journalists retract any potentially misleading statements to the contrary. Call me with any questions. Hi, Michael. My name is Redacted, and I'm a reporter for Insider covering beauty. I'm working on a story about Tati Westbrook's career, and I'm including a section about her lawsuit filed by Clark Swanson against her and James Westbrook in regards to Halo Beauty. I previously reached out to Halo Beauty, and a representative of the company suggested I contact you. Would the Westbrooks and all their representatives like to share any comment about the lawsuit for my piece? I look forward to hearing from you. So, and then this Kat Tenbaj says, hey, I actually haven't talked to Saltz. So she said, and if I go to this email, so we're on a bit of it's like a bit of a rabbit warren at the moment because we've got to go to different Twitter sites, Twitter pages. because she is actually a reporter. She's a reporter from the Business Insider. So she responded. Where is she? So she does a lot of the beauty stuff. But anyway, so let me just pull up the hello, SC Johnson. Just looking for this because, yeah, so what's happened here is that somebody has implied that somebody that she follows is actually a saucy. And of course she's not. But that doesn't seem to, so it's just funny that that somebody has been, liking tweets from somebody and who happens to work for the Insider, Business Insider. So where did she put that in there? Because she said she did respond and say that she hasn't contacted Saltz. Here we go. Here we go. So here's the whole thing, because this is funny. All right. I thought it was funny when somebody just sent her tweet to, yeah, that's right. So here it is. So somebody has sent the tweet. So without a crystal ball, she text messages to her from Cat and Barge and alluding that someone told her there was a conspiracy between EDB and Saltz. We know she's obsessed with Cat, but I hope she knows what she's been attributed to. I've not seen her her publicly state such info. So it says, I'm sharing this for full transparency because my audience deserves to know that I have never lied about my feelings about Emily. And then this Kate Tenbarge says, hey, I've never actually spoken to Saltz. And it says, thank you so much for taking your time to respond to this chaos. Without a crystal ball, Catherine is also sharing messages from you to her as well. Thank you for clearing up that Saltz never told you about this fantastical conspiracy. We appreciate it. I will pass along your response. And she says, for sure, yeah, I never covered this because it was too messy and in the weeds. She wasn't touching it with a 5-foot pole. She wasn't going to touch it with a 5-foot pole. So what does that mean? Hey? Whoopsies. That would have that would not have made her very happy. That would have destroyed the ego. I call that a smart woman. It says swim too. Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't touching it with a 5-foot pole. She posted one on her. Yeah, she did post one on the email. That is gold. Yeah. Now, where is the one from Lani? Oh, there we are, Lani. Okay, 58, 55. Okay, this is interesting. All right. Laurie was right about something. Michael Saltz did not send her the declaration to review. I did. I drafted it based on her words. He then read every word with her on the phone while I kept asking her if she had edits. I sent those to her as well. Bless her heart. So Lani's gone in as well and said, uh-oh. And that's why I referred to it being a circus, because it's turned into a circus. So we need is the circus music. Anyway, I went there. So that is all the Twitter and everything. So that's all that craziness that's gone on. What do you make of it all? Oh, we've got 106 people watching. Hello to everybody that's watching. Please, if you get a chance, please make sure that you like and subscribe if you can. Crazy. Yeah. You think I am crazy? It's a circus song people when you evolved. No, that's right. All I can hear is, and yeah. Christoph, it's good to see. Her story has never stayed the same. It's different every time she touches the keys. It's really hard to keep up. KJ literally put her own subs full names on blast. Yeah, I don't understand it either. What a tangled web we weave when we first practiced deceive. That's what my mum used to say. Yeah. It's back business as usual. I actually had a KJ picture that I'd put a clown hat on and a clown nose, and I chickened out of using it because I thought she might not like it. I think things haven't been going quite well, so she needs to get some sympathy votes. So it'll be very interesting because she did do a live today. She did a live today while EDB was live. Did you know that? She did. And she's in her she's in her oh, that's right. So this is called a Duggar pile. This was a live. So let's have a look. So this was her live today. I'm just having a look at this. So it was called Jessa and Jill Duggar Frenemies. No more Ginger and Jeremy's big reveal. Justin and Claire's newlywed life. Yeah, there's something fishy going on for sure, Michelle. I'm just having a look at these comments. Hi, Claire. Someone says, could have done without that 40 minutes of stretching. So anyway. Yeah, she has been doing a live about every time, hasn't she? Well, apparently her her engagement rate is bad. Her title is too long. So anyway. And this is what she's wearing. So let's watch this today because this was her live from today. Let's put this on here. I haven't seen it. I can't be bothered. All right. And we're going to play live chat. Make sure your live chat is on. Yeah, but it's everybody else's fault. Everybody else but me. Everybody else but me.
Hi, guys. Good evening. How's everyone?
She'd actually be...
Night, 7 o'clock. Today was one of those days where I had a hard time getting up and doing anything.
Right on. She said that yesterday. She said that yesterday.
I felt like being mommy this morning and just like spending time with my kiddo. And then I had a bunch
bunch of things I had to do that were not related to the channel today. So I was like, well, I'm going to just, take my time. I'm just going to take my time.
Does that include her Twitter? Does that include her Twitter stuff? All the stuff her Chewbacca? I was trying to work out what outfit it was. It was her Chewbacca one. Couldn't think of it. Oh, I will show Emily's live after this. I can't be bothered. Love that. Yeah. It's Emily D. Baker, Jane. She's a YouTube lawyer. That's the one I only ever wear when I have the flu. Yeah, I'll play it later. Hang on. Michelle said to play that's EDBs. I'm taking notes of everything here. So I can sort of give you all a timestamp. Twitter. Yeah, it's Twitter. All right, here we go. How's our chat plat? How many people did she have? So don't forget, yeah, if you get a chance and you have, just make sure that you check to see if you're subscribed, because YouTube's been knocking subscribers out of channels. So if you can do that, that would be great. And make sure if you can hit the like button as well.
Do any editing today. It's always hard. Fridays, I just don't want to work. By the end of the week, it's hard to keep making content. So I feel like...
But she said that on Monday as well. Somebody says, how do I become a member? I'm a member, but new to this. How do I do this as a member? How do I do this as a member? And it's a members only chat anyway. Saltz released the image. Yes, we saw that. Yeah, we've just... Yes, he is. And he also said it was used as a warning to certain journalists.
Night, we will do a Duggar pile of content. So we are going to Duggar pile. I don't know why I'm not seeing people here. I don't know if let me just double check. The notifications are on.
She does not like talking to herself, does she? Like she's in this panic because she thinks no one's watching. I just pretend nobody's watching. Because I actually... she does do play with her hair more than an hour, because I actually, believe it or not, I get really severe stage fright, so I actually have to pretend that nobody's watching, because then I can't talk. Seriously, it's true. So yeah, I get into panic because we're at 100 people, and I go into panic mode if we get too many people in here.
For some reason, nobody's here. Are you guys here yet?
Nah.
People here yet?
Nah.
Okay. Yes. So tonight's will be a members only chat, and we're gonna do a Duggar pile. I'm gonna see if I can get this out on my Instagram. Perhaps my Instagram doesn't really know what's going on. I just happen to be on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Sometimes notifications are sticky. All right, so today was one of those days again. I was saying we're not a lot. I didn't feel like doing any uploads. I didn't feel like editing. And sometimes these live streams are just so much more fun for me because I love to interact with you guys. Hang on.
How long ago was it that she said live streams stressed her out? Hang on a minute. Pull back. Is she saying that she loves live streams because they're fun? But she's been saying all along that they stressed her out. I don't know how many is in there. Doesn't look like there's many. There's only ever about three or four people, it seems. Yeah, she was playing with hers last week, I think. Yeah, because it was like, well, and she hasn't done a Katie Joy live video for ages because that place makes her stressed out. And now she's saying that she loves doing live streams. And what was hey Caitlin, it was about a month ago, was it? Well, apparently it says 150 people watching. I've got 102. That's all right. But I can only see about 5 people talking. I got more than that.
Didn't feel like doing any uploads. I didn't feel like editing.
Hang
and
on.
Sometimes these live streams are just.
I want to check something. Because I'm sure she did an upload today. Yes, you're all seeing my screen. That's okay. Yeah, I know. It's really strange, isn't it? And I can't spell YouTube. Saltz is saying the press couldn't care less. It's funny how Saltz says he had a press statement ready to go. Oh, Poppy. Hello, Poppy. I've had no mod yet for the night. So, guys, you can now misbehave because I've got a mod. Oh, you can go. I'm just checking because I thought she did do an upload today. That's what I'm checking because. Hi, Tanya. Hi, I probably don't love doing live skin because she will, won't she? I went in and approved messages the last 15 minutes. Oh, okay. So you've been working on. Oops. Oh, it's not loading. It won't let me load up another. Oh, that's all right. We'll keep going. But I'm sure she did another one. Yes, maybe I'm totally wrong. Yes, I think that was the thing because remember she's not doing the case anymore. All right, so let's keep going with this.
So much more fun for me because I love to interact with you guys and get your take on everything that's going on. And there was a number of different stories that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't want to do like a whole video, or I didn't want to like do 3 separate videos because that would take me forever. So I was like, you know what? We'll do a Duggar pile of tea tonight. And I'm just going to share this on my Instagram and then we'll go live.
You are live? And then I'll go live, but you are live, aren't you? Like, you've got people in your chat that you're not even talking to. Thank you, Caitlin. That's very nice of you. Oh, boy. I'll just put it out on Instagram and then I'll go live. But I've already been live for 2 minutes and 28 seconds, but I don't think anyone's watching me. So, like, I'm going to just close my eyes and pretend that you're not there. And Kevin, our mates, Big Kev's here. Kev, hey. Oh, boy. Yes. Looks like a members only live. It is, Michelle. It's a members only live. The chat is locked to all non-members. And it's interesting. Doesn't look like she's got a mod either.
So if you're watching this in the playback, I'm sorry for these first few minutes. So I hope everyone had a good Saturday or Friday. Is it Friday? Oh my goodness. Saturday, Friday, Thursday. Happy days. And I've pinned a post at the top, which has the link for how you can join to become a member. I have had relatively open chats for the last several ones. And so as a benefit and as a perk to my members, tonight's chat will be members only so they can get their chat on. So welcome to every member. If you want to join the channel, you can see a pinned comment with a link on how to join. All right. So much to talk about. So you guys.
It's on 142,000, Jay. Jay, okay? She's probably due for another 1,000 jump. Because it seems to be on a Friday or Saturday. If she puts the hood on, I'm going to scream and wake everyone up in the house, says Christoph Fan always. Looks like no one can be bothered, says Caitlin. Looks like that. It's always members only. I thought it was, yeah. Yeah, she's for 1,000 members in about 1.5 weeks. Yes, so she's due, and she's due for another 1,000 member increase. Good luck.
Thanks for talking to me, sending me deets. You're always sending me messages. Now, if you guys are not yet following me on Instagram, that is a wonderful place to start, where you can get all kinds of information and all kinds of exciting updates from me so many different times a day. I have so many, I work on different items, I share content, I go live. So if you're not yet following me on Instagram, my Instagram is right here.
And guess what? They don't have to pay to watch her on Instagram. She makes such a big deal when she does mummy days and complains how tired she is. She does not deserve the honor of being called a mum, says Claire. Hey, Rick. So she's promoting her Instagram so people can go watch there for free. That's clever.
All right. So we have 3 separate stories. We've got Jeremy and Ginger, and we've got Jessa and Jill reuniting, and then we have Justin and Claire and their newlywed life.
Look at her face. She's so excited. All kinds of lies is what she should have said. Well, my dog is not so loud that she scared her sister she was asleep. That's funny. I know, so exciting. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. We thought you were, where have you been? Jean wants a drink. Instagram is great because I can do it on the negative comments and fool you silly subs into thinking I'm a nice person. How does it actually work with payment on YouTube? Is it just ads or views as well? I'm not sure how buying subs works for her. So it's based on views, subs and views and ads. Well, it depends what she signed up for. What's Ari's? What's Rick 2?
So what does the audience want to start with? Do you want to start with Justin and Claire? Do you want to start with Jeremy and Ginger? Or do you want to start with Jill and Jessa? I will take whoever says first, and we'll go with that one. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Ginger and Jeremy. Okay, we'll start with Ginger and Jeremy. All right. For some reason,
I'm waiting. Spanish horror movie sequel. Okay. I think for her buying subs is more about the illusion of being successful and popular. Okay, yeah. How do you make that? It's like a nurse. All right.
My chat on this side is a mess. Okay. Ginger and Jeremy. So we had this whole thing happening where we were like, what is going on with them? Remember how they stripped their Hope and Steed channel or their Hope and Steed page on Instagram? And we were like, what's going on? And then they moved it over to this place called Hope We Hold. And I was like, what's this? So where did they go?
Are we gonna get a doxing?
So they made a huge announcement on their Insta, and it's so awkward.
Who's she looking for? Looks like she's looking for somebody around the back of the corner. Well, definitely, yeah, would be her lives. Well, I'm up to 115. So it does. It fools AdSense into thinking she has a big audience. And she gets ads. Yes, and that's right. And YouTube thinks she's successful. She calls her Douglas a cult, but yet has subs drink in everything she says. Who's the real leader, Katie? But those subs don't actually engage, so it's only for numbers people can see. Yeah, so it looks like she's got 142,000 people, but how many of them are real subs? Yeah. For real, she only has made maybe 187 followers out of 140,000. Imagine having less than 1% listen to your lives.
And we're going to just watch it and talk about it because, you know, why not? I thought, oh, Stead rhymes with that. I'm sorry. Hope instead. Hope instead. Sorry. It looks like Stead Steve to me. Okay. So on their Insta, look at them looking all dapper. She's smiling. Jeremy.
Why is she criticizing what they wear? I mean, hello. Oh. Why is she having to go about what they're looking like? How rude. Didn't she also, oh no, was it Laurie Ann that was saying that the community was nasty because they were always talking about how Katie looked and what she was wearing and everything. That's what she does to everybody else. I'm not excusing it. I don't talk about her looks or I talk about her actions a lot of the time and her behaviors, but I don't ever criticize her looks. But I just get really annoyed that she does it all the time. To be the first one, do you need to keep a certain number of subs to keep your YouTube manager? Caitlin, I don't know. But, you know, you can actually assign somebody to be your manager. So you can make any person a manager on your channel, and they are actually essentially a YouTube manager. Gets thousands in a live, yeah. So, but a lot of the bigger channels have said that they don't have real YouTube managers. So I don't know. I'm wondering whether she's assigned somebody as a YouTube manager and says it's a YouTube manager.
Looks tired. Don't they look tired? They look like they have little kids. All right.
Excited over the last year. We've worked very hard together.
Did you just say they look tired? They've got a newborn, don't they?
Do something for you all.
What do you think they're doing? Does anyone have any ideas?
We have written a book.
A book. They've written a book, you guys. What do you think the book's about?
It's being launched on May 4th, just under a month, and you can pre-order it today. Check the link in our bios. But we are very excited. It's called The Hope We Hold: Finding Peace in the Promises of God.
So it's more about a memoir. She called it a memoir. Did you hear that?
Look, I don't know. I don't know about Harris. I don't know about the real YouTube managers or anything. Like, I don't know whether they do YouTube managers. But as I said, you can assign somebody as a YouTube manager, and I did. Rick's my YouTube manager, so or he's Harrison's YouTube manager. But yeah, no, Harrison is Rick's manager, and Rick is my manager. So anyway. And that's all I did. It just said assign tasks. You can have a YouTube editor. You can have a YouTube. So you have the YouTube owner. You can assign a YouTube editor, and you can assign a manager. So that's all I've done. So so every time she talks about YouTube manager, like every time she mentions her YouTube manager now, I can say that I've got one and I've got a smaller channel than her. There are YouTube account managers for large YouTubers, but it isn't something that happens to anyone. They are chosen for you. And I don't know that she would have an account manager, because it seems to be her YouTube manager talks about content. And guess what? Rick and I discuss content and logistics of the channel. Can I be your YouTube food tester? The snark. I don't like the snark. Although I was nearly not gonna stream tonight because I figured I'd pulled a marathon last night. It was a big night last night.
We called it a memoir.
Peace and the promises of God.
So it's more about our lives, and it kind of just walks through.
Okay, so you guys, these two have been married for like 4 years, and Ginger's 26 or 27. I always think it's weird when you do a memoir when you're literally like 26 years old. Like a memoir to me is like a whole life story. You know, like you do your whole life in your memoir. Your memoir is sort of like after you've had your career and after you've had like everything. And obviously Ginger has had a very interesting life, but she's still very...
All right. So again, are we jealous because we haven't written a book? Wow. Emily has 9 that gets 100%. Bizarre, isn't it? She says she's part of the LGBT and they make accusations about what Duggar is gay. Yeah, what a member of the community. Maybe she hired an external manager. Apparently, when she hit 100,000 subs, she threw a tantrum and demanded a manager. But then why? But there are people with 100,000 subs that are more influential than her that don't have them. I just don't know why. Can someone please do a live on her and Toad's relationship, please? Oh, I've got no idea. I do actually have a talent manager. I actually have a manager. So when KJ wants me to appear on her channel and do a collaboration, not only does she have to negotiate with my YouTube manager, she has to negotiate with my talent manager because there's fees involved. And I've got to take into account that probably both managers would want a percentage of the fee. So I wonder how the new wife's brother feels about how she digs at any of the Duggars, but for being gay, they are direct slams. KJ demanded a manager, but said on the live she won't listen to him. Yeah, I don't know that he. Yeah. Well, I listened to mine.
Very early in her life, right? She's 26 or 27. She hasn't lived a whole lot. Yes, she has spent a lot of time on television. Yes, her childhood was much different because of her time on television. But I always find it odd when these young couples, particularly the Christian ones, want to do memoirs when they're really young. Who else feels like this is like Ginger, Audrey and Jeremy Roloff? Do you think that's what the book is going to be about?
Oh, really? I know of channels who have a YouTube manager, but it's pretty standard for channels to get them. Okay. It's hard to keep up. It is hard to keep up, aren't they? I love this chat. YouTube managers are just other YouTubers. All they do is help you grow your channel. That's it. I have a friend that has over 1 million subs and he's a manager for several channels. Wow, they don't get paid? Oh, I'd want to get paid if I was her manager. I'd want danger money.
Let's see what they have to say.
Our journey. A wife and husband who smile, laugh, and love each other. She can't stand them, says Christoph Fan always. KJ's all about public perception of her self-perceived greatness. She can't accept that her life is an example to our kids in what not to do.
Through life, and so it starts with our childhoods and talk about how it grew up, and then just kind of follows our journey through life. And we hope to just give some amazing stories that you guys haven't heard, some that you might know about, but then some that definitely haven't.
They want to go behind the scenes and tell us about their whole childhood and tell us about the things we don't know. Now, there's not a whole lot we don't know about the Duggars, and unless Ginger is going to get really deep and go really into some of the stuff that happened in her house that we don't know about, there's honestly a lot that we haven't heard yet from the Duggars in regards to the kids' childhoods. Michelle and Jim Bob have written 2 books. She wrote a book with her sisters about growing up Duggar. So it'll be interesting how she paints this differently as an adult, being that she already wrote a book with her sisters. And look at Jeremy's face. I'm sorry, that's just how it was paused. Jeremy, professional soccer playing times? I don't know. We'll see.
Don't you think that being a professional soccer player, he wouldn't have stories? Like, what about some of the places that he's traveled to? I'm sure everybody's got interesting stories to tell.
Or even our family members.
Yes, our families have their.
We wrote, and as we let our families read some of the stories, they were saying you wouldn't know that. And so super excited.
And I think in this, our desire is to take a deeper dive and pretty well to be able to see a little bit more about our lives and how we have found peace in knowing Christ.
Okay, so it's going to be a memoir where they find out how they found peace in Christ. So,
Oh, I don't know that I can do this. Oh, I can't. I just can't. Why is she being so rude? I wish she would wear those tiny hands when she plays. It would be more entertaining. Why does she have to be so rude and so horrid?
and they're going to have some stories in there that we haven't heard before, and some other family members haven't heard these stories before. And yeah, he's definitely, he's lost a little bit of hair in this, in this quarantine, but still an attractive guy.
She didn't. She just didn't talk about his. No way. She talked about the fact he'd lost some hair? No way. No, she said she didn't pronounce memoir properly. She said, Claire, that Jeremy had lost some hair over COVID. He's lost some hair, but he's still attractive. I'll just replay that back.
It's going to be a memoir where they find out how they found peace in Christ. So, and they're going to have some stories in there that we haven't heard before, and some other family members haven't heard these stories before. And yeah, he's definitely, he's lost a little bit of hair in this, in this quarantine, but still an attractive guy. Who cares? Because Amanda says he's got a receding hairline. It's kind of like her brothers. There's a lot of Duggar boys that are also balding. All right, so.
But he's not a Duggar. She is. So she goes, so are the Duggar boys. Yeah, but he's not a Duggar. Ginger is the Duggar.
Christ throughout the journey of life, it's not always easy, but just some real stuff about our lives and our struggles that we face on a daily basis.
She's just on the screen recording. She just got a message through. What I think, yeah, she did. She's making. Yeah, she won't have it on members only. Did she say what I think she said to Michelle? Yeah, she did.
The Lord has taken us through.
Okay, so we're going to hear about their struggles that they have on a daily basis. So, and then the Lord carries them through. Okay, so my question is there going to be any, do you think there's going to be like aha moments in this where we learn things about their relationship that we didn't know? Like, part of me wonders if there's going to be things in their marriage that they reveal that we didn't know about. So, to be honest, this kind of sounds like a love letter life. I don't know if anyone else is getting that, but it sounds like Jeremy and Audrey's love letter life, where they talk about their marriage and their before, their after, and then their marriage and the whole thing getting together and then finding God. It has the very same premise as that. But in that book, Jeremy Roloff got candid about his issues with watching adult filmage, you know, adult entertainment, and what a problem that was in his marriage. And he also talked about an emotional affair he had. So part of me is wondering, is there going to be any admissions of adult entertainment? Because if you know Jeremy, Mr. Jeremy over here, he has admitted that he doesn't like to have his Instagram or looking at things on his phone. And so his wife has it all on her phone. And so if he needs to post something, he has her post it because he doesn't want to be tempted. And I wonder if he's going to go into what.
She's so rude. She's in no position to be stretching hairlines, says Laura. Look around, many men lose their hair. My very handsome man is bald. Saltz is bald. Oh, dear. Sorry, not afraid. Make the trolls pay the money to talk. Yeah.
What those temptations are. There's always been rumors too that he has a wandering eye, so I don't know if that will be addressed either. And then one thing about Ginger is whether or not she will address what some fans believe to be that she had maybe an eating disorder, and if she has been struggling with like anxiety or depression, because she's posted a lot of photos.
It's none of your business.
On her Instagram or last year talking about struggling with anxiety.
So it was a lot of thunder, right? I think there were some days where it was like, okay, what should we say? What should I put in here? How real do you get? And so that was something that it was an enjoyable time. And I think thinking back on some of our fondest memories of us together in our relationship. And it was really sweet. Yeah, just on that. And then a little bit crazy story in the midst of all of that. And you'll find out when you read the book.
So what's the crazy story?
In the midst of all of that. And then a little bit crazy story in the midst of all, thinking back on some of our fondest memories even of us together in our relationship. And it was really sweet. Yeah, just on that. And then a little bit crazy story in the midst of all of that.
A crazy story in the midst of them meeting. What is the crazy?
You have to buy the book, KJ. Who says he has a wandering eye? KJ is the one saying Ginger hasn't eaten. Yes, so she's saying he's got a wandering eye and she's got an eating disorder. So if only she'd stop wearing headbands and pulling her hair out. Or she has done a video where she said she wasn't wearing them anymore and then wore them the next day. She hasn't done anything on Katie Joy Live for a while. Yeah, I haven't heard. She's already up to leaving negative comments about Emily's thoughts on IG. Anything negative towards her is gone. Wow. She up already. I found grey headband. Says Laurie, if you think about it, they do have beautiful hair, don't they? Carol R, better conversation is how you're doing. What about the floods? Hello, Carol R. Floods essentially gone. I think there were some issues in Queensland still. Queensland had rain, but not enough rain. They look like they're going to have to have water restrictions. Their dams, their water dams for their drinking supplies, very low at the moment.
Story. I want to know what the crazy story is.
Find out when you read the book. It was.
Oh, did you hear that? What did she say? She said, KJ says, I want to find out what the crazy story says. And Ginger goes, you'll find out when you read the book.
I want to know what the crazy story is.
Find out when you read the book. It was, yeah.
For me, Ginger's written a book before, and for me, it was the first time it was kind of a surreal experience seeing the story of our lives on people and things that Ginger and I had talked about that had defined us as in our relationship in many ways, but actually put down on paper, and it was a pretty remarkable experience. So we're excited, guys. We're excited to release this for you May 4th. Be sure to pre-order it.
It's on pre-order right now, so that's really why they're talking about it.
You can go to the link in our bio and check it out. All of you. So we hope it's a blessing.
Yeah, we're excited for you all to take a deeper dive and for us to even be able to engage with you all on these things. And so whatever you read the book, leave comments, review.
Okay. So this is their big reveal. They wrote a book. Now,
would make her buy the book. One of her subs will send it to her swim too. I think KJ's psychopath, says Robin. Good morning. Hello, police wife life. How are you? Stranger to civilization. What? So someone else says read the book and let us know.
Will I read the book? Of course I will for you guys. We of course will cover the book on this channel, obviously. But I'm still trying to figure out what's going to be in this book that's going to be interesting. I wonder if they are really going to be like super honest about things, or if they're going to gloss over things. And I wonder if they are going to talk about sort of God being the answer for everything. I know one thing that has upset or sort of frustrated some of Ginger's fans is when she has opened up about her own anxiety or sort of feelings of depression that she's experiencing, she always talks about how she needs to pray more or she needs to go to the Lord more, which has actually caused a lot of like fights on some of her posts on Instagram because people get really upset with her because they're like, Ginger, you have this huge platform. Please be mindful that not everything can be handled with prayer or through God. So,
Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that very loud. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that as loud as that. How will she find the time to read the book and tear apart the author in the videos? Read the book and do a lot of reaching and misinterpretation. Is like the last book she covered. Did she cover the last book? Did she? Wow. I feel the love.
Oh, I will see. I guess we'll have to see. I mean, she was kind of the kid that had a lot of anxiety and was always stressed out about things. And I often wonder if, like, is there going to be any discussion about stuff with Josh? Is it going to be stuff about tough stuff that happened when she was a kid? Or are they going to stick to the Duggar brand of everything was hunky-dory and joyful and amazing? I wonder how honest they're going to get. Jeremy had a life already where he wasn't, like he was normal. He went to, like, normal per se, in that he went to public school. He went to a public college. He played professional soccer. So he had a much less sheltered life than her. Okay, so we've got 2 more rounds. What do you guys think about the book? Would you read it? Would you not read it? Are you into it? Are you not into it?
Oh, this is painful. I'd rather be at the dentist at the moment than sitting watching this. But you know what? I do this for all of you. I know people, and that's the thing. They have to be members to pay for this. But see, big Kev's in here. Big Kev's in here flying the flag. I haven't seen Zag for a while. And I haven't seen Zag for a while, but Big Kev seems to have come along as Zag's disappeared. Zag called KJ out over KJ saying that if you had disabilities that you knew that could be transferred to your child, you shouldn't have kids. And there was a big and Zag criticized her because Zag had a genetic disorder and she had two kids. One has the condition, one doesn't. And she's got no mods either in here. Thank you, Robin. I don't know who Kev is, but Kev is now Kev responds to all her Twitters, responds to all her Instagrams, and is in her streams. I just call him Big Kev. In Australia, about 10 years ago, we had a guy, his name was Big Kev. He was a big guy. And his catchphrase was, I'm excited. And, yeah, I just figured that he'd be Big Kev. So he's just excited to be in KJ's channel. So.
I'd listen if it's on Audible. Got it. All right. Next up, we will do Claire and Justin.
Oh, no.
Now, this is the first time Claire and Justin were on the show. And I'm not going to be able to play long bits of it, but you'd rather someone read it and give you the book notes. So Claire and Justin showed up on TLC Me, and this is their video. And they talk about being newlyweds. Now, the really weird thing to me about this clip is that they don't, like, it seems really scripted, and it seems like he has a line and she has a line, and they're going back and forth with their lines. Where, some of the people that are on, some of the couples, you can tell that they have lines, but this is so obvious that they have lines.
It's a TV show. Hello? Who said that reality TV was fake? Hello? Oh, Big Kev. See, Michelle? I'm just calling you Big Kev. I'm excited. He sold cleaning products, if I remember rightly. He had a whole Big Kev brand of cleaning products. All right.
And Claire seems kind of uncomfortable. I mean, mind you, this is her first true introduction to the Counting On world, let's just say.
You reckon Big Kev's Lorianne? Well, the Big Kev is the new Lorianne and the new Zag, because Zag's disappeared. No radio, no entertaining, horrible speaking, voice never looks appropriate. She gives me a headache. Most people on TV shows have lines. Thank you, Claire. And she keeps telling us that reality TV is fake, so it's all scripted. So, of course, it's going to be scripted. Yes, Kev is the new Lorianne. I'm going to go with the Kev at Lorianne. Well, I think extras are generally a larger population than stars. True. Hello, Mary HB. Sorry, I think I missed you before. I know. Christoph Fan always said good morning, Minnesota. So that means our friend KJ may be up. Hello, KJ. Yes. Isn't she the same person who stated on her live that reality TV was fake and scripted? She did say that with whispers. She did say that. So now she's complaining that it's scripted. Right.
This is my wife, Claire Duggar.
Oh my gosh. He said, this is my wife, Claire Duggar. Now he's going to talk about the date.
Wedding day was awesome. I mean, of course, that's every guy's expressions, but it was really something that was super memorable.
What do you think the most memorable part of his wedding day was? Do you think it was the kiss? Do you think it was the front hugging? Do you think it was spending time with his wife, his family, his friends? Now, the Duggars' weddings are not super long. They get married, they eat, and then they go home. There's no dancing. It's not like this big festive thing that goes on for hours at a time because...
Oh, dear. Two kids. It's the first time he's on the show with his wife. Of course, he's going to introduce his wife. Oh, boy. Give me strength.
The long of the short of it is they need to get home to front hug.
Oh.
And we're going to go back that day.
He wants to go back to that day. Look at that look on his face.
Look at the look on your face. Look at her face. Look at her face. Oh, I've got to show you another hippie chick video too. Hi, Susan. Who cares? Who cares?
Look at her face. She's like, oh, I could have done without the 40 minutes of stretching that your dad told us to do.
No, she didn't. So she's commenting on stuff she feels is fake. Right. She isn't any better. That's right. It's duller than watching paint dry. Not really. Isn't most of reality TV scripted? Well, that's right. Who knows how? And the thing is, they may have had to have. I was doing a recording today, and I had to record it 6 times before I got it to the point that I liked it. And let me tell you, it was getting harder and harder and harder to do each time. So if you've got to say the same lines over and over again, it's really hard. Oh, hello, that Amber chick.
Just replay it all over again. It was just so awesome.
He wants to replay his wedding night over and over and over again because it was so awesome.
Why is she just repeating what he said? Because I've got ears. I can hear what he's saying. I don't need it told back to me.
Now, I'm sure it was a lot more awesome for him than it was for her.
We are super excited for this next chapter.
Wish we could go back that day. So awesome.
Okay, listen to her now where she talks. She's like very robotic here.
We're excited.
Oh, I don't know whether you can see this comment, but Kevin Big Kev says back hugging's fun too. Yeah, we need to send some love and praise to Kino. It's constructed reality. Well, maybe Claire. Maybe they can't hear either. Hello, Elia.
This next chapter of our lives, just to not ever have to leave one another again. That's been something that we've waited for.
So she's like, we're excited that we never have to leave each other again, because they were long distance, if you remember that, and it's something that they've been waiting for. So that's, I mean, this is really weird because so far all they said that this is like the weirdest 2-minute clip, because so far they've only said, I loved our wedding day. We love that we don't have to like leave each other anymore.
I need to settle down in Texas.
What's wrong with what they've said? I'm sorry.
I'm around Claire's parents in their hometown.
Okay, so they are settling down in Texas and they are going to live by Claire's parents. So he got like a little red face there. I don't know if they're even going to be on Counting On, to be honest.
Who cares?
I feel like I've learned some different new things about Justin.
She's learned different new things. Now, she could share a million things about him, but what she shares about him is so funny to me because it's not even really that exciting. Like, you know, when you're in a relationship, you know almost everything about your significant other before you get married. Look at his face. He's like, oh gosh, what is she going to share about? Tell me, what is it she's going to tell me?
One thing that, like, in the mornings, I'll have to get up and have a little bit of time to get ready and whatever. And
So she needs time to sort of wake up, clear her face, probably have some coffee or some tea or something.
so I have to, like, oh, I'm supposed to be out the door in 2 minutes, gotta go. And once he finally gets out of bed, I'm like, I'm really jealous that you're just able to roll with it and go. So
Okay, this is the best thing she's learned about him. That he can roll out of bed and get up in the morning and go. And she can't. I'm trying to imagine their like house. Like, isn't there something more exciting that you've learned about Justin than him waking up and being able to leave the house in 10 minutes and you needing to take your time to get up? Like, I don't know. Wouldn't there be something more like he doesn't know how to put the toilet seat down and he smells really bad when he farts? I mean, I don't know.
No, because no one wants to know that stuff. They're classy people. She picked it, and I know she picked her. It's really weird. Yeah. Well, that's right, Jay. Okay, she must have known. These kids know more about each other than KJ and Toad. First of all, they're sitting next to each other on the same couch in the same room, and they're sitting close to each other.
Something new that I've learned about Claire
Okay, now what he learns about Claire, this is also so weird.
is that she can't go in the mornings without a cup of tea. Hot tea.
So she learned that he can just get up and go, and Justin learned that she needs a cup of hot tea. Like, is this really all you guys learned? Really? Come on, TLC, you two are young. They are so young. There's got to be more exciting things. They sound like they're in their 50s. I mean, honestly, they sound like they're my age.
You're not even in your 50s. Just got a month out of me. Wow, a month, hey? She's also got to remember that they haven't lived together before, so there is going to be stuff that they don't know about each other. Oh, thank you, Jean. The amount of disdain. I know the amount of disdain. In my voice, yeah. I just I can't believe people are paying to watch this. I can't believe I'm sitting here watching this actually. Wind Whispers, yeah, she probably has. I mean, with KJ, and her stories, I could tell.
Like, oh, you need to have your coffee in the morning. Like, come on, guys.
She has to have her hot Earl Grey tea and not a certain way, which I'm figuring out. So, but I think
She has to have her hot Earl Grey tea done a certain type of way.
You want something that we really enjoy doing?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the saddest part for her. She's going to admit that she didn't ride a bike until like last summer.
Oh,
Think about this.
no.
This girl is 20 years old and she had never ridden a bike before.
Oh, no. Not everybody has the opportunity to ride a bike. Not everybody has the opportunity. I agree, but when your significant other is getting sued and a husband had come out with white supremacy, those secrets are not about behavior change.
It really, I had never. Done a whole lot before. I knew how to ride bikes, but last summer, his family really got into biking.
So she didn't ride a bike, and like the big thing that they do now is biking. You guys, okay, this is how I imagine them. The bike stitch. Oh god. Okay, this is what I imagine them. They're like 80-year-olds because they have the Earl Grey tea. They're gonna go biking. Do you think they have baskets on their bikes? And when they're with their baskets, they can put their like Bible in there, and they can go to Bible study, and they can go get their coffee or their tea. Like, this is what they do for fun. We're gonna go biking after we have our Earl Grey tea. These two are 18 and 20.
He introduced me to it and going on a long bike ride. It's just become something for us to do.
And the cadence, you can tell that she's like totally scripted.
The problem that I have is I know lots of young couples who go bike riding. I know young couples that go hiking on weekends. They'll just go for a hike. They'll go for a bike ride and a hike. It actually sounds, I mean, you know what? You could actually take your bike, go for a ride, have a picnic by the river. Picnic by the lake, park, romantic, time together. I have a basket on my bike and my granny is 75, never rode a bike. Would it make her happier if they partied and did drugs? She sounds like she's jealous. Hi, Joanne. I don't know how much KJs. See how it goes. All right, see how it goes, Solace 7. Sounds like fun. Yes, I have a basket on my bike. She's just a bully and miserable, obvious to me. What are they supposed to do? Get drunk and act stupid like she did, says Mary HB. Or maybe they'll get a song written about her or think they've got a song written about her. Because she causes drama around others, not herself, says Rick. She doesn't know anything about romance. To me, riding bike would be very romantic.
It's a fun thing to do together.
I want to thank you fans for y'all's prayers.
Okay, does anyone else feel like Jim, Bob, and Michelle were like, don't tell them about how much what you really want to say is how you just are loving all the front hugging and you don't even go outside because you're doing it 3 or 4 times a day like we told you to do it in our honeymoon list. Is that
it's disgusting. She's jealous. Somebody jealous? Because I don't think there's been a front hug for a while in the Paulson household. Just remember, she's joyfully unavailable. Oh no, we stay in bed all weekend. My kids no cycle. Well, that's right. Good point, Claire.
That's all you're supposed to be doing in the first year. You're riding bikes. No. You're riding bikes in Earl Grey tea. No, you're not. You know you're not. You know what you're doing, you two. They must have e-bikes. First time hearing of Fundy not addicted to obsessed with coffee. I know they love their coffee. This is true too. Okay. So last up, before we go to that, what did everyone else think about that? Do you feel like that was like super staged and they really would have, had they not been having Jim Bob and Michelle on them, they would have talked more about front hugging on the bed for 15 minutes, maybe 10, 5 tops, 30 seconds. The stretching, lidocaine, the towels, the essential oils with some baby lotion. Yeah, because that's really what happened.
This is just awful, says Michelle K. She takes joy from mocking people. She thrives on it. It's disgusting. Yeah. I always see a lot of comments about how weird this level of scrutiny is. This is what the Duggar trackers do. Stan snarkers, haters don't find this boring. In fact, they go way further. Oh, I know that. I know that, Belinda. I know that. Remember, her husband gave Hitler's book 4 stars. It was from the side, no front for Toad. Yes, he could. Well, he couldn't even get a side hug, could he? She told him to go away.
Okay, I have a feeling like that's probably their favorite activity right now. Let's just be honest. They're brand newlyweds. Okay. Amanda says, that was ridiculous. Sadie says, it was so bad. They are babies. All right. Now, if you have not...
It's been so long since I've ridden the bike, I probably wouldn't make it. Well, I haven't ridden the bike for years either. I did think about getting one. There's something seriously wrong with KJ. She's annoyed because they ride bikes together. I know. How dare they ride bikes?
Not checked out my Instagram, you can follow me there. So, and if you're watching and you have not joined, the join button is actually linked in the pin post where you can actually become a member and support the channel if you want to take part in the chat right now. All right, so finally, we're going to do Jessa and Jim.
Pass. I don't want to be in that chat. But wow. My nephew goes cycling a lot too. He's 13. She looked uncomfortable. Also, sure nothing happened. How good and smug she's pulling these people apart for their own pleasure at this point.
Bill reuniting. I actually like this one. I always have hope that maybe Jessa sometimes, Blessa, will leave, but I don't know. Probably not. All right. So, Blessa and Jilly Bean. Didn't they call her Jilly Bean? They did used to call her Jilly Bean. Okay, no, that's just me. Did I just call her Jilly Bean? I feel like I heard that before. Blessa and Jilly Bean. Now, if you remember, Jilly Bean was the favorite Duggar daughter. Jessa was the naughty Duggar daughter that literally all of the siblings couldn't stand because she was so like mean to her siblings and like super rambunctious. And Jill was the sibling that
she just was a super sticker. I don't have a car, so I always say, oh, cool, Belinda. It's pretty cool.
Literally everyone loved because she took care of them and she nursed them and she loved them and she doted on them. Jilly Muffin. Okay, it was Jilly Muffin. Rita is not caring about it. Thank you so much for your super sticker, Sylvia. All right, Jilly Muffin. Is that what it was? It really Jilly Muffin? I like Jilly Bean better. Thank you for your super sticker. Oh, yes to both nicknames. Okay, no, Jim Bob definitely called her Jilly and Jilly Bean. That's what I thought. I feel like I remember that from one of the episodes. Jilly Bean and Jessa Blessa. Okay, Jilly Bean and Jessa Blessa. Okay, she's got music. Look, oh, cute. Samuel's wearing a mask. Now, what I love about Jill is that Jill's wearing a mask, but Blessa is not. So that's it.
I love this like little eyeliner.
Okay, look at this. She has got her mask fully up. Look at Jessa.
Slide in and out.
It's a super cute table.
I love the documents and all the cute stuff over there.
Oh dear. Kind for someone sometimes. Realized we hadn't shown him how the brakes worked. Oh no, ballistic. Oh no. Oh. No, please don't. Yeah, and this one says for you.
There's Jessa waiting in line to buy her stuff. No mask. But Jill, mask. No mask. Mask. No mask.
But is Jessa socially distanced from the person in front of her?
A tale of two sisters in two worlds. They went to vintage. Look at this. Wait, you guys, look at that. Look at that. Wait, look. Ivy. Look at Ivy. Look at her eyes. I love Ivy. She's got the biggest eyeballs. There's Spurgeon. Did you know Spurgeon was a biblical name? I love Ivy. Ivy's my favorite.
Yeah, so fun. The vintage market days. Samuel's here. Can I see him? I've got Kenny. He's very happy. Hey, Kenny, Ivy, Spurge.
Okay, I gotta show you this again. Seriously, look at her. I'm obsessed with Ivy's eyeballs.
I would make it while walking a bit further than I would riding, but I'm. Okay. Fortunately, this is nearly over, and I'll show you the.
I'm obsessed with Ivy's eyeballs. Okay, does anyone else get obsessed with Ivy's eyeballs? She's like the cutest kid. Ivy's my favorite of the little girls right now. There's a lot of them. I haven't no, I really like Felicity too, because Felicity says funny things. But we haven't really seen Addison a whole lot. We haven't seen Gracie, but I see Ivy so much on social media that I just love her. She is the cutest. Her eyeballs, she's so adorable. She's gonna be a knockout, just a knockout. She already is a knockout. She's adorable. She's pretty. We'll say some good thoughts that she does not have to go into the joyfully available cult. All right. Now, does this mean that Jessa and Blessa, or Blessa and Julie, does this mean that Jessa, Blessa, and Julie Bean are best friends again? I don't know, but I think it's a good sign. They did go shopping to something similar like this last year, if I can recall. And I know that they do have, they talk in their periodic. If Jill has a relationship with any of her siblings, I would say that the one you see her with the most is Jessa. The one that you see her kind of with the least is Ginger. I guess that she and Ginger have kind of an icy relationship right now. But Jessa and her are obviously friendly. And they have kids around the same age. I really do hope for their sake, for the kids' sake, that Jill can have some sort of relationship with her sisters. I would hate for her disagreement with her parents to extend to her relationships with her siblings, particularly the sisters that she was really close to. And I think that, growing up, she was really, really close. They were like the three amigos, Jill, Jana, and John David. And I feel really sad because I don't think that Jana and Jill are close anymore. Because now Jana and Joy are close, and Joy and Jill.
Did you just say the three amigos, three sisters, and then said that Jana, and John David? Well, he's a guy. I don't think I could ride a bike either. If Spurgeon is named after, yeah, that's right, Charles Spurgeon. Yeah, Spurgeon's not a biblical name.
Are kind of on the outs. So this gives me hope for Jessa Blessa. I always have hope that Jill will somehow rub off on Jessa and be like, "Hey, Jessa." Oh, and then note on the pants. So here's the deal from my inside source about Jessa. When she got married to Ben, my source says that Ben told her right off the bat, he did not care about her wearing pants, that she should wear whatever she wants. It wasn't like this thing where it was like she had to wear skirts and dresses. He felt like she should be able to wear pants and do whatever she wanted. And I guess my source says that Jessa really struggled with that, and she felt convicted, from she couldn't do that.
Oh, does that sound like an oppressed wife? Somebody else has just said, I don't think Spurgeon is a biblical name, but the last name of a Christian author apologist that Jessa and Ben admire, Charles Spurgeon, which we've already said. Watch out, this person, because they'll get kicked out because they're correcting a first mistake. Technically, I've already. Oh no, no! Oh no, that Amber chick. How is your dad? Sorry, I don't know if you answered it, that Amber chick, but how is your dad going? Thank you for your sticker, Crystal Fanways. Thank you very much, appreciated.
Guilty for doing that, and so she struggled for a very long time being comfortable wearing pants because she grew up believing she had to wear dresses and skirts. So my source said that the fact that Jessa was out wearing skinny jeans to that ultrasound appointment was amazing to see because she was so had a hard time on whether or not she could embrace wearing pants. But Ben apparently is fully supportive of her wearing pants, doing her own thing, and wearing whatever she wants. He doesn't think that she has to wear skirts all the time. So Jess has had a little bit harder of a time letting go of some of the stuff than her sisters, but it sounds like she's moving into a direction where she's getting more comfortable. So that's awesome. It's always good to see.
Again, that's another narrative being debunked.
Progress in tiny little steps with these girls. All right, so Jeremy and Ginger are releasing a book. Claire and Justin lied to all of us and said that their favorite thing about being married is Earl Grey tea and riding bicycles when we know it's front hugging on the bed. And then
as somebody who is joyfully unavailable, surely somebody would know that there are other things to do. It's not all about front hugging. He did good, got to come home last night, had no major blockages, so we get to, wow, that's cool.
Jill and Jessa went for a date. That table was pretty cute, though. All right, you guys. So, and last but not least, I did ask Katie's brother if he saw Anna, and he said he did not. He said he did not meet Anna or Josh Duggar. So, no Anna Duggar spottings that I know of at the wedding, so I cannot confirm whether or not there is a Josh number 7 in the puppy. He said, I think Josie is going to end up being the most rebellious one. Sadie says, I can't wait for Jill and Derek's book. I know I would buy that. I don't think Spurgeon is a biblical name, but his last name, Christian author, apologist, just Spurgeon wasn't something I was reading lately. I don't know if it was in the Bible or if it was like a Christian thing, but I saw the name Spurgeon as a first name. But you're saying they named it after an author, Charles.
I'm not owner of the stream at JOK, and I haven't timed anyone out. Rick says that he's done it, so but I haven't done it.
Spurgeon. Interesting. Well, someday. All right, so thanks guys for being here tonight. On your way out, please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed and turn notifications on. And thank you guys so much for joining me. Bye.
Ugh, it's like yuck. That was like 30 minutes I won't get back of my life. Yeah. All right. Yeah, look, I just asked for respect, so I haven't really seen what's been going on. Let's have a look at Emily's and 2 minutes 36. Okay. And then I'm going to go to bed. We usually let a lot of things go. All right, let me just time this up. Oh, I think she's time stamped it. Hang on. Here we go. She's Emily's time stamped it. All right, here we go. Let's have a look. We don't have a lot of problems in here, but we disagree at times. Yeah, well, that's another one debunked, isn't it? So I've just clicked on the timestamp.
It happens sometimes. Let's just get into it. Let's get all into it. Hey there. If we haven't met yet, I'm Emily D. Baker,
Okay.
a badass lawyer and everyone's favorite legal commentator. I'm the host of The Emily Show, and I break down the legal shit behind the news and pop culture stories we all
Where
want
did
to
that
talk
go?
about.
Sorry. Where did that? Oh, that's where she's put it in. You can have a different opinion. I'm happy about that. All right, so I've just got to play this out then. It was good, was it? And of course, my computer's decided to freeze up.
It happens sometimes. Let's just get into it. Let's get all.
Sorry, I'll just
Hey there. If we Baker, the badass.
I'll just mute this for a minute. Cool. All right. So let's have a look at this.
Is where the law nerds unite.
Sorry, Emily. Here we go.
We do unite to talk about facts. However, there's fuckery afoot, and I'm going to address it one more time. One more time. The nonsense of it.
All right. All right. Jay, okay, I haven't been following the chat very much, but I'll go back and I'll have a look at the chat. But I apologize if something's happened. But if we can just leave it for now, and I'll go back and have a look at the chat and see what happened. That's all I can do. Or you can send me an email. My email's in the description box, and we can chat about it offline.
But first, Synergy sent me Booch, and I was floored. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you will see my Instagram story talking about this. I've got.
Did she get? Oh, JOK was being rude. Were they? Okay. So I haven't really been seeing it, so I haven't seen all of it. It's funny that Emily gets products sent to her as well, hey?
A lot of different flavors. Watermelon's one of my favorite. Not sponsored. Yes, it was gifted. I'm floored. I am just like, I'm like, really? You wanted to send me stuff? Thanks. Sure. So we have a little bit of Boochie Booch and vodka, and I'm so excited. Gabby, thank you.
Okay. You're afraid? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really a person that likes that type of stuff.
Gabby super chatted and said, thank you for being open about your ADHD. You helped me do research to get myself diagnosed at 22 with combined ADHD. Thank you, Gabby. So proud of you. Way to go, girl. It is, look, we carry a lot of shame as humans about shit we shouldn't carry shame about. We carry shame about our own trauma. We carry shame about our, different processing. Look, some people are Apple computers. Some people are running on Ubuntu. Some people are PCs running on Windows. We all have different operating software. And the fact that somewhere at some time they labeled one of them as typical and some of them as not typical makes no sense to me.
Yeah, Jay, okay. I apologize if you feel like you were being attacked. We just need to... Okay, I said to you, Joey, and your mod rig times me out. I've been rude. As I said, I don't know exactly I haven't been following the whole conversation. I can go back and have a look at it. As I said, I'm sorry if you're feeling put out at the moment. I'll have a look, and I'm happy to go back and have a look. Yeah.
Do things differently, and my camera moved. Like, why are we? There we go. Why are we moved? It's gonna be that kind of a day. It's gonna be like that. I'm so annoyed right now with the screenshots y'all have been sending me. So I'm gonna talk about it. Because the audacity of just adding somebody who is not who you've also blocked. That's okay. I've also blocked KJ at this point. But I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. I'm going to address it. We're going to move on to more important stuff because really I think KJ misses us talking about her on this channel. And y'all, we've moved on. We have housewives to discuss. Other laws have happened. Nike dismissed their lawsuit today. Other shit is going on in the world. But no, again, someone wants to come for me on social media. So we'll address it. welcome to the channel, Jordan. And I missed a super chat from Gadget Goddess. Thank you, Gigi. It's so good to see you, friend. Happy Friday night to all of the crew on Facebook. I'm going to tell you what's happening. I'm not going to pull up these tweets because, I am not. Yeah, I'll pull up this one. All right, I'll pull up this one. Thank you to everyone who screenshotted stuff for me. I appreciate it. The law nerds always have my back, and I appreciate you guys looking out. Look, when we talk about KJ, I know that she is a polarizing creator because she wilds out. I get it. We are not here to disparage. We are here to just chat about the facts amongst the fuckery that is being brought to our door. Victoria, I am so glad to hear that. It's so good getting diagnosed with ADD at any time. It's so good. So let me just pull this up and share it with you guys. And we're just going to address it and we're going to move the fuck on because we have other shit to talk, like legitimately other shit to talk about. I received confirmation from a reporter at Business Insider that Michael Saltz directed them to watch a legal YouTuber for the source on the lawsuit. A few days later, Emily went live with the information. We repeatedly requested to give her our side, and she never responded. We'll talk again with this. And apparently this is a screenshot of a DM. Of course, he spoke to my coworker on November 6, 2020, and said, per her notes, if things go according to plan, there will be someone who is on YouTube who will go through everything in detail and break everything down for you. They're a lawyer, and then you'll have a source. The thing I came out with on November 7th, okay, if there is more, I will go to Twitter and take a look. Thank you guys for keeping me in the loop. For all of you asking who is KJ, KJ is the person behind Without a Crystal Ball.
So, all right.
Was sued by Tati Westbrook. So, November 7th, if memory serves, is when I came out with the exclusive video from Tati with the Swanson lawsuit, with the response that I was provided on the Swanson suit. And I'm going to just go to my channel real quick and take a look because that's the timing of what happened there. The Swanson suit was breaking, and that is the business partner lawsuit that Tati was that Kata was the first person who reported on. And with regard to that suit, I asked if there was a comment with regard to the Swanson suit, and Saltz, who is not the attorney on the Swanson suit, said that he would try to provide me a comment from the lawyers on that suit or other information, and then provided me with documentation that was prepared in anticipation of litigation that I provided to all of you and said, this was provided to me, this is how this was provided to me, and let's talk about it. It wasn't until after that KJ said, I want to talk to you about the suit, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, by that point, she had already gone after me on Twitter and other things. And I'm like, I'm not talking. Why would I? What? And I did not talk to the Westbrooks. And I never asked Saltz for a comment on his suit, except asking why they filed it in federal court in Washington. Because I was curious. And because it's not fundamental to the suit. And that's it. And then we've had conversations on Twitter. And then when the hacking started, there had been a few conversations about the hacking as well. Mostly because my children were involved and all.
Okay, I'm not blocking. I'm not going to block you. So you're not going to be blocked. I know that you've been here for a while. So you're not going to get blocked.
A lot of the tweets that were directed at me were directed at both of us, so there were conversations about the hacking. Which, though they are tangentially related to the suit, they have other things to do. So I'm just looking at my channel right now, and let's see. I'm going to pull it up because the only thing that came out around that time in November was stuff regarding the Swanson suit. So I don't know why I would need a comment from KJ on the Swanson suit. Like, no. So these are my Lawyer Reacts videos. This is the exclusive one, and this video is from November 7th. So that, oh geez, I've paused myself on my face. Lord. But this is November 7th. So this is regarding the Clark Swanson suit, and this is...
I think it's because she had the... I think it's because Emily got the other exclusive. Yeah. I think that's what it totally comes down to. And all Emma but so it's pretty it's pretty messed up. Look, I'm actually really getting tired at the moment. So I know that I said that I was going to do this about 2.5 hours. So I'm nearly at 2.5 hours. So I'm going to actually say good night. No, Joe, okay. You're not a problem. There's just been a misunderstanding, and hopefully we can move on from that. Are we going to pretend it didn't imply since it was connected to KJ, him being her source? Because I know Emily did say that she thought that there were parts from there that were similar, didn't she? She got the juicy bits out of the Swanson suit, yes. After Joe's live. I know it's getting harder and harder. However, I'm hoping I've got an update on the court case for Melissa Caddick. There's been more documents filed in that. Talk about document filing. There's more in that. And the defamation suit with the Australian politician and the Australian Broadcasting Corporation has had more documents filed as well. So I'm hoping to go through those. I'm still working out whether to do them as separate, do one as a recorded and one as a live, or whether to put them both in the live. Anyway, I'm going to head off. As I said, I'm getting tired, and so anyway, I hope you have a great day. I know it was a really long stream. Okay, and I will catch you all later. So the Melissa Caddick case is wild. Okay. I can do all that. It's my comment. All right, good night.